I didn't tell nobody. I just left a note. You're not here to see it. Make it make sense, please, okay? Hello, everybody. This is Rim of Day. I'm Day, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to share with you why I quit my job. I quit, okay? And winners quit. So, how all of this started, I'm not gonna even sit here in front like my life's not shitty right now, but I kind of feel like it is. I'm gonna quit my job today. I'm gonna quit because they don't deserve me. I'm worth way more than what they're freaking paying me. I'm going to go for a run, come home, shower, and then I can come back with. I know some of y'all are like, why are you gonna quit your job? Why should I not quit my darn job? Okay, so I just got home from actually quitting my job, and I went in there and I was just like, hey, I quit. And luckily HR was there, so she was like, hey, how you doing? I was like, oh, hey, I quit, here's my keys. And I go to the cashier booth and I'm like, hand me all my stuff. I'm telling the cashier, hand me that box, hand me my jacket, I'm leaving. Oh, by the way, your managers told me for our meeting during my evaluation that I don't do shit here anyway, so you don't deserve me. I worked at a car dealership as a service coordinator and cashier, and how that worked was I previously worked for a car dealership literally like next door, and these people came along and bought that building and made it a car dealership, and I heard they were hiring, so I got hired on just $1 more from the previous car dealership, and it was great. I was working Monday through Friday, every other Saturday. I wasn't working every Saturday this time. And I worked from 10 to 6, which was cool. But I thought that we could switch shifts from 7 to 4 one week and 10 to 6 this other week. But the cashier that already was there, she was like, I'm not doing that. Well, whatever, honey. Between this 3 months time frame, the cashier quit. They fired a service advisor, so it was only one service advisor and me. Eventually, they noticed we needed another cashier because pulling other people from their jobs or throughout the day, someone needs to be checked out in the service department. So that was a big issue. But I was doing double work, so we didn't have service advisors. I was the only cashier. I'm helping check in cars. I'm learning to write tickets.
I'm doing great. Like, I'm learning how to be a service advisor.
And they make way more money than what I do. So I'm doing all of that. And it's time for my 3-month evaluation. So I emailed the managers. And I'm like, hey, it's time for me to do my 3-month evaluation. They ended up hiring another cashier. And we have a meeting. So it's 2 managers and me, my boss, and another manager. And they're like, oh, well, why should you get a raise? And I'm like, well, I'm putting in the work, I'm doing it, and I need help getting here. Like, I need more money to come to work. So she goes to tell me, we don't see anything you're doing to get a raise. You're not doing enough. She totally flips the script on me. Mind you, I'm doing accounting work, warranty work, supervisor work, and my work, but she's never there. So how can you tell me you don't see me doing anything when you're not ever here? Check yourself, boo. Telling me I don't do enough, I'm not gonna get a raise because they don't see me doing anything, not writing tickets or checking cars in and this and that. Honey child, let me tell you something. You're not here to see it. And the other manager sees me doing everything. He's not even saying nothing. I'm just looking at them pissed off, like, y'all are playing me for a fool right now. And they said it was bull crap. Then on top of that, they're like, oh, we can't give you a raise because the sales department isn't selling cars. No, we're not bringing in enough revenue to even give you a raise. Make it make sense, please. Okay? The next morning, the service advisors are like, what happened yesterday? Such and such said, I don't do shit here. And he was like, just put your 2 weeks notice in. On my day off, the general manager calls me and he's like, hey, I just want to follow up with you. I'm like mind boggled that he called me. So I'm just like, are you calling to fire me? Because I never said I was going to quit. Like, I'm kind of shocked you actually called me. And he's like, no, I don't need a 2 weeks notice. And I'm like, I'm not going to give you a 2 weeks notice. You calling me on my day off. They eventually hire another cashier. And she's being trained and all of that. I eventually catch COVID from my husband. And I'm out of work even longer. I finally get to go back to work. So I get back to work and I have to finish fully training the cashier they hired while I was out of work. I'm moving into our little cozy home. A week passes and Hurricane Ida hits. I'm back out of work, out of power for 20 days, meaning that I just moved in. Everything settles down. We get back to work and the new cashier tells me she'll be going on vacation soon for 2 weeks. Who's gonna cover the shift for 2 weeks?
And work 7 to 7.
Not me. This happens. By this time, I don't have enough money to travel to work. So one day, the other cashier tells me I need to go to the doctor's appointment, but I'll be back at work the next day. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just come for my regular shift, come after your doctor's appointment. Cool. So I come to work the next day. It's a note saying doctor's appointment changed. I won't be coming into work. This is a red flag for me. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'm just going to come for my regular shift. So I leave for my shift. And my boss texts me. And she's like, did you not know the other cashier wasn't coming to work today? Yesterday, she told me she was coming to work. I thought she texted you. You shouldn't be texting me, communicating with me. Call me. Call me. Miscommunication all over. And that was something that really ticked me off. The next day, it was my off day. I didn't come, but when I get back to work, like, the other cashier gets in and I'm telling her what happened. And she's like, oh, well, I didn't text nobody. I didn't tell nobody. I just left a note. I'm over it. So to just wrap this video up, I'm done. I left, and I'm glad I left because I was highly stressed there. Just going to be who I am, find out who I am on the inside, and go with the flow. So yeah. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. Come on to the family of the Rim of Life with me, Day, and stick along.